I read an article in Adventist Today on Sabbath, and it was called The Theology of Difference. And I really connected with what this guy wrote. And I thought it was a really great message and reminder for our country, for our church, and especially for our unique expression of church here at Papster. He talked about the fact that humanity is 99.9% genetically the same. Yet we spend so much of our time focusing on what makes us different from one another. Our difference, he says, is a part of God's original intent. He says God made us the same, but also unique. Our differences are God-given and they are good. After all, God declared his creation very good. He goes on to say in his article that diversity is God's signature of love on creation. It's no wonder then that the enemy of everything that is good is on a mission to weaponize our differences against each other. And I'm sad to say that the enemy's been really quite successful in this endeavor. A disturbingly significant number of our conflicts are rooted solely in our differences. But what if we could flip that on its head? What if we could be a community that embraces both our diversity and our differences? What if we were a community that were to put each other's needs and wants ahead of our own? What if we really listened to people to understand how and why they think differently to us, and yet continue to include and love them no matter what? What if we saw our diversity as God's signature of love on humanity? You know, I think it's fair to say that we have never seen anything like the challenges that have been presented to the church, to our nation, and even to the world as we've seen in the last couple of years. This is new territory for every one of us, and we're all endeavouring to work through this season in the very best way possible. As New Zealand continues in the traffic light framework, many organisations and businesses and us as individuals are having to make decisions that we have never made before. Over many months, with much research, with lots of discussion with you and with our leadership team, and of course with much prayer, our leadership team have assessed the options that are available to us. In deciding on the best way forward for our church, we choose to keep who God is and how he loves and how he includes every one of us at the core of our decision. We keep our unique mission and values front and centre. We value inclusive community, and our complex here in South Auckland will continue to be open to everyone. You know, Jesus, while he was here on earth, he broke down every dividing wall, and we don't want to put any division back up. Also, as much as possible and in line with Scripture, we want to comply with government directives. Therefore, our current plan to work through the next part of this season is this. Firstly, we are choosing to not use vaccination passports, but we will continue to follow government guidelines. And we want to meet in groups of no more than 25 while we remain at red. From the 5th of March, our Epic and our 360 environments will be meeting in person here at Papster. And I want you to stay updated by the ads as they come out over these next couple of weeks as we continue to update you on that. A mini Papster at your place will continue to be created each and every week. If you are 18 plus, we want to really encourage you to create and meet in groups of 25 people or less. You can book a space here at Papster, you can meet outside, or you may want to meet in your homes, but ideally you will meet on Sabbath sometime as we continue to uphold our value of holistic living. Papster at your place will introduce a topic and provide discussion questions each week so that as a faith community we can continue to journey together. There will be groups available to join at Papster, and we will keep you posted as we know about the times and the leaders that will be running those groups through our e-update. Once that group reaches 25, they will be full, so we'll have a system where you can book into those groups if you want. If you need help starting or finding a group, please contact me or anyone from our staff team because we're really keen to link everybody into a group. We're going to trial this for the next 6 weeks. So we'd love your groups to begin meeting straight away, and our Epic and 360 environments will start from March. But from now until the end of March, we would love to get your continued input. We want to hear what's working well and perhaps what needs tweaking so that we can continue to make a plan moving forward from April as well. I really believe that as we continue to be an inclusive community, as we continue to love and embrace people for who they are and for how they are uniquely different to us, God will be seen. And He'll be seen in a really tangible way. And that will transform our families and our workplaces, our schools, our churches, and our communities. And I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for continuing to walk this journey with God and with other people. And I want to thank you for keeping God and people at the heart of all you do. And I just pray that we would continue to embrace diversity